Kuro was 14 years old when something inside him finally cracked. It happened on a small planet called Loran. Loran was a peaceful world covered in soft green hills and quiet rivers. The people of Loran were small furry creatures with big round eyes and gentle voices. They had never hurt anyone. They did not even have a word for war in their language. Frieza had no reason to destroy them. They paid their taxes. They caused no trouble. They were completely harmless. But Frieza wanted to test Kuro again. He wanted to see if his weapon was still sharp. So he sent Kuro to Loran with one simple order: kill them all, leave nothing breathing. Kuro landed on Loran at sunrise. The sky was pink and orange. The air smelled like flowers. Small creatures were waking up and starting their day. Children ran through the fields laughing. Parents prepared breakfast. Old ones sat under trees telling stories. It was perfect, peaceful, beautiful, everything Kuro never had. He walked through the village with his hands at his sides. The small furry creatures looked at him with curiosity, not fear. They had never seen a Saiyan before. A little one ran up to him and touched his leg. "Hello," the little one said in a squeaky voice. "You look sad. Do you want to play?" Kuro looked down at the small creature. Its eyes were wide and innocent, full of trust, full of light. Something heavy grew in Kuro's chest. He raised his hand. He was supposed to fire an energy blast. That was the order. That was always the order. Kill, destroy, obey, but his hand would not move. It just hung there in the air, shaking. The little creature tilted its head. "Mister, are you okay?" Kuro opened his mouth to speak. His voice came out broken. I cannot." He lowered his hand. He looked around at the village, the happy faces, the laughing children, the old ones smiling. For the first time in his life, Kuro saw what he had been destroying all these years. Not targets, not missions, lives, real lives with families, with love, with dreams, just like the life that was stolen from him. Kuro fell to his knees. His whole body was shaking. The little creature touched his face with a soft paw. "It is okay to be sad," the little one said. "My mommy says crying makes the pain go away." An older creature walked over. She had kind eyes and a warm smile. She knelt beside Kuro and looked into his eyes. "You are not a monster," she said softly. "I can see it in your eyes. You were stolen. Someone took you when you were small and turned you into something you were never meant to be. But it is not too late. You can still choose. You can still be free." Kuro looked at her. His lips trembled. Tears streamed down his face. He wanted to believe her. He wanted it so badly. But then he heard it. The sound he feared most in the entire universe. Soft clapping behind him. Frieza stepped out of a dark ship. His red eyes were glowing with cold amusement. "Beautiful," Frieza said. "Absolutely beautiful, my perfect weapon," crying like a baby over some furry rats. Kuro tried to stand, tried to explain, but Frieza raised one finger. A small energy blast hit the old creature who had spoken kind words. She fell to the ground, dead. Her body turned to ash. The little creature screamed. "Mommy!" Kuro's eyes went wide. "No," he shouted, but it was too late. Frieza laughed. "Disappointed, Kuro, very disappointed. I gave you everything, training, power, purpose. And this is how you repay me, by crying, by refusing to kill." Frieza's smile disappeared. "You are broken, and I do not keep broken tools." Frieza moved faster than Kuro could react. One punch to Kuro's stomach, another to his face, another to his chest. Kuro flew backward through 3 houses. Rubble fell on top of him. Blood poured from his mouth. He tried to get up. Frieza appeared above him and kicked him into the ground. Again. Bones cracked. Kuro screamed. Frieza grabbed Kuro by the neck and lifted him up. Kuro could barely see. Everything was red and blurry. Frieza whispered in his ear. "You were a fun experiment, but experiments end." Frieza threw Kuro into the air and fired a massive energy blast. Kuro flew upward, higher and higher, past the clouds, past the sky, into the black cold emptiness of space. His body tumbled endlessly, no ship, no air, no hope, just darkness and silence. Kuro closed his eyes. He was dying, and for a moment he felt relief. No more orders, no more killing, no more Frieza, just peace. But as his vision faded to black, a strange thing happened. A memory surfaced. Not of Frieza, not of the ship, not of the killings. A memory of an old man with a stick, A mountain, a fall, a warm hand catching him, and a voice, gentle, kind. "You are going to be just fine, Goku." Kuro's eyes snapped open. Who was Goku? Who was that old man? And why did that name feel like home? Kuro floated in the cold darkness of deep space. His body was broken. His bones were cracked. His blood was freezing. He could not breathe. He could not move. He could not even open his eyes anymore. The last bits of air were leaving his lungs. His heart was beating slower and slower. This was the end. After 14 years of killing and obeying and feeling nothing, Kuro was finally going to die alone in the empty silence between stars. No one would mourn him. No one would remember him. Frieza had already forgotten him. He was just a broken tool thrown away. Kuro accepted it. He was tired, so very tired. He let himself drift. He let himself fade. He let himself die. But death did not come. Instead, something strange happened in his mind. A door opened. A door that had been locked for 14 years. Behind that door were memories, not Frieza's memories, not the ship's memories, not the killings, something older. Something buried so deep that even Frieza could not find it and destroy it. The memories came flooding back like a river breaking through a dam. Kuro saw himself as a tiny baby inside a round pod. He saw the pod flying through space. He saw it crash on a green planet with blue skis. He saw an old man with a bald head and a kind smile open the pod. The old man picked him up gently. The old man was not afraid. The old man said, "Well, hello there, little one. You must be hungry. Come with me. I will take care of you." Kuro saw himself growing up on that green planet. The old man's name was Gohan. Grandpa Gohan. He taught Kuro how to fish, how to climb trees, how to smile. He held Kuro's hand when Kuro was scared. He hugged Kuro when Kuro cried. He told Kuro stories before bed. He loved Kuro not because Kuro was strong, not because Kuro was useful, not because Kuro could kill. He loved Kuro because Kuro was his grandson. That was all. That was enough. Kuro saw himself as a small child running through a forest laughing. He saw himself falling off a cliff. He saw Grandpa Gohan jumping down to save him. He saw the old man getting hurt so Kuro would be safe. He saw the old man's face, so full of love, so full of warmth, so full of light. And then Kuro saw the terrible night. The night everything changed. The night he saw the full moon. The night he turned into a giant monster. The night he crushed the house. The night he killed Grandpa Gohan. Kuro saw himself standing over the old man's broken body. He saw himself crying. He saw himself screaming. He saw himself forgetting everything because the pain was too much. Frieza did not make him forget. The pain made him forget. The grief was so heavy that his own mind locked the memories away to protect him. But they were always there, always waiting, always real. Kuro opened his eyes in the cold darkness of space. His body was still broken. He was still dying, but something inside him had changed. Something inside him had awakened. He was not Kuro. Kuro was a lie, a name Frieza gave to a slave. His real name was Kakarot. No, that was his Saiyan name, his real name, the name Grandpa Gohan gave him, the name that meant family, that meant home, that meant love. His name was Goku. He was Son Goku, and Frieza did not create him. Frieza did not own him. Frieza did not break him. Goku had been asleep for 14 years, but now he was waking up. A golden light exploded from Goku's broken body. The darkness of space lit up like a sun. His black hair turned gold. His eyes turned green. His muscles grew. His bones healed. His power rose higher and higher and higher. It was not the rage of a weapon. It was not the cold emptiness of a killer. It was something else entirely. It was the fire of a boy who remembered being loved. It was the strength of a grandson who finally understood what was taken from him. Goku screamed in the void. Not a scream of anger, a scream of grief, a scream of loss, a scream of freedom. He was not Frieza's perfect killing machine. He was Grandpa Gohan's grandson, and he was done being a slave. He turned his golden eyes toward Frieza's ship, far away but not far enough. "Frieza," Goku whispered into the emptiness. "You took everything from me, my planet, my family, my name, my life. You made me into a monster, but I am not your monster anymore. I am Son Goku. And I am coming for you." The golden light flared one final time, And then Goku shot through space like a comet of fire and fury, heading straight for the man who had stolen his soul. Goku landed on Frieza's ship like a thunderbolt. The metal floor cracked beneath his feet. The golden light of his Super Saiyan form filled the dark hallways. Alarms started blaring everywhere. Soldiers ran toward him with weapons raised. Goku did not even look at them. He walked forward slowly. One soldier fired a laser blast. Goku let it hit his chest. The blast did nothing. Another soldier swung a metal axe. Goku caught it with 2 fingers and crushed it into dust. The soldiers stopped attacking. They backed away. Their eyes were full of terror. They had seen Kuro before, the silent boy who killed without feeling, but this was not Kuro. This was something else, something worse, something with fire in his eyes and purpose in his heart. Frieza sat in his throne room at the top of the ship. He knew Goku was coming. He could feel the power rising through the floors, but Frieza was not scared. He was angry. His perfect weapon had turned against him. His favorite tool had grown teeth. Frieza stood up from his throne and cracked his neck. "Fine," Frieza said to himself. "If the pet wants to be put down, I will do it myself." The doors to the throne room exploded inward. Goku walked through the smoke. His golden hair waved in the wind. His green eyes locked onto Frieza. No fear, no hesitation, just cold, quiet fury. Frieza smiled his cold smile. "Kuro," Frieza said. "Or should I call you Kakarot? How cute. You remembered your little family. Did you also remember that you killed your own grandfather? That was you, boy, not me. You crushed him with your own 2 hands." Goku stopped walking. For a moment something flickered in his eyes. Pain, grief, guilt. Frieza saw it and laughed. "Yes, that's right. You are a monster. You always were. I just gave you a place to belong." Goku lowered his head. His golden light flickered. Frieza raised his hand to strike, but then Goku looked up again, and his eyes were not sad anymore. They were calm. "You are wrong, Frieza," Goku said quietly. "I did kill Grandpa Gohan. I will carry that pain forever. But he did not die because I am a monster. He died because I was a child who lost control. And you know what he would say if he was here right now? He would say, 'Get back up, Goku. Keep going, be better.' So that is what I am going to do." Frieza screamed in rage and attacked. Punches faster than light, kicks that could shatter planets, energy blasts that burned through steel. Goku blocked every single one. He did not smile, he did not taunt, he just fought, move after move, blow after blow. Frieza was stronger than Goku, faster, more experienced, but Goku had something Frieza did not have. A reason to fight, not orders, not fear, not obedience. Love. Love for a grandfather he barely remembered. Love for a family he never got to keep. Love for the person he was supposed to become before Frieza stole everything. Frieza threw his strongest attack, a death ball that could destroy a galaxy. Goku caught it in his bare hands. He pushed back. The ball exploded. When the smoke cleared, Frieza was on his knees. His body was broken. His armor was shattered. His red eyes were wide with disbelief. "Impossible," Frieza whispered. "You are just a child, just a low-class Saiyan, just my tool." Goku stood over him. He raised his hand. One blast, that was all it would take. One blast and 14 years of pain would end. One blast and Frieza would finally be gone. Goku's hand glowed with golden energy. Frieza closed his eyes and waited for death, but death did not come. Goku lowered his hand. The golden glow faded. His hair turned black again. His eyes turned dark again. He looked down at Frieza with something that was not mercy and not hatred. It was something in between. "No," Goku said, "I will not kill you." Frieza opened his eyes. "What? Why?" Goku turned his back on the tyrant. "Because I am not you. I am not a killer. I never was. Grandpa Gohan did not raise me to be a killer. Frieza raised you to be one. There is a difference." Goku walked to the edge of the ship. He looked out at the stars. The same stars he had seen every night from his cold metal floor, but they looked different now. Brighter, warmer, full of possibility. Frieza screamed from behind him, "You are weak. You will always be weak. Mercy is weakness." Goku did not turn around. "Maybe," he said, "but I would rather be weak and free than strong and a slave." And then Goku jumped off the ship. He fell through space toward a small blue and green planet. A planet called Earth. A planet with blue skies and green forests and kind people. A planet where an old man once found a baby in a pod and loved him anyway. Goku smiled. A real smile, the first real smile of his life. He did not know what waited for him on Earth. He did not know if the people would accept him. He did not know if he could ever forget the things he had done. But he knew one thing for sure. He was not Frieza's weapon anymore. He was not Kuro. He was not even Kakarot. He was Son Goku, and he was finally going home.